So after first couple of years, you play overseas and then went back to DLeague.
Yeah.
Did you ever have, that you might actually play in GLeague and then try maybe, play for the NBA?
Yeah, I think I was close. I think I was really close once. I was playing in Rio Grande at the time, and they had taken me in the draft, the P-league or the D-league draft at the time, and they had taken me off like Connect. So the Rio Grande team was the Houston Rockets D-league team.
Okay.
So me being from Houston, they had known me from high school on. So they were like, "Hey, we'll take a chance on him." And I didn't even have a workout with them or anything for them to see me. They took me on just a chance.
This is after you playing 2 years already overseas.
Yeah,
right?
like
So-
I'd played a year total like overseas, and I hated it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I hated it. I was like, I don't want to do this. So I was like, all right, I'll play in the D-League. And so I took my had no workout for any team. I had to pay for a workout with the Austin Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs G-League team or D-League team at the time.
How much did you pay?
I paid, I think it's over $100 to get in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's not crazy,
Yeah, that's all right.
but like,
Well, I mean, the fact that
but
Right.
like you
Yeah.
don't have like at that point, like you're like, this is just a hope and a prayer. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
all right, let's do it. I went to that workout and I killed in that workout, and then they told me they were gonna draft me, and then come draft time, the Houston Rio Grande team took me.
before them.
Before then.
Okay.
It was like maybe like a couple spots before them. And I was like, what the heck? Why am I going here?
You didn't even. Oh, you
I had
no
no
idea.
I had no idea. Like I didn't even look at the draft because I was just like,
Just give me anywhere.
yeah. If somebody my agent calls me and tells me like I'm on somewhere, cool. Like,
Yeah,
we'll be good. And then they took me, and then so I went there and was kind of like a no-name dude and just balled. Like really was like working my ass off and was balling. And then the New York Knicks D-League team at the time traded for me. So they traded for me because they had a few injuries and stuff that was going on with the Knicks, and they wanted to trade for me so I could play with their G-League team or their D-League team at the time, to just see me in person and see what I look like and see what type of player I was. So I go there and I get traded. I was pissed because I got traded because I was like, what the heck?
Like, how am I getting traded in the
Yeah,
D-League?
what is it? I didn't even know trades were like a thing.
I didn't know that until you just said that.
So I got
That's crazy.
traded, and then I was kind of pissed because I was just like, I was balling in the system that I was in. I was able to kind of do my thing with that system, and now I'm coming to a whole different thing. And I remember talking to their general manager at the time, is Allen Houston. I don't know if you guys know Allen Houston, like
Legend.
Oh, yeah.
So he tells me, he's like, so basically we traded for you because we want to see how you would fit in our system, and if you do well, like we would like to give you a call up for like 10 days, like 10-day call up, like you get a little bit of money, but it's also like just the opportunity.
Yeah,
like,
it's all about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I'm like, oh shoot, like I went from being pissed to like being real happy real quick. So my first practice, I get out there playing against these guys, doing well, roll my ankle.
Wow.
Bad. Like mess it up bad. And I mean, if you guys know me, like I like to, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like,
Right.
I'll be all right. So I got like the swelling out of most of it a little bit, but I wasn't the same. And I'm like, I'm going to play on it anyway. So like I was having it taped up. I was playing on it anyway because I was like, this is my shot, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like gonna go. I'm not gonna be like, I can't play and like rest it and stuff like that. So I played and I did not play well. And then they ended up trading me back to Rio. And I was, at the time they had like a NBA call up list. And I think I was number 2 on that list. So like the opportunity for
You're
me.
saying every team has that list.
Well,
right?
like the
from
league,
their,
the league has
oh.
it. So like the league will put out like, here are the players that might like have a very good opportunity of getting like called up.
Wow.
And I was like number 2 on the list, and I was like, this is cool. All right, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I was a little pissed and not happy. And I ended up getting traded back to Rio, and you know, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, do you like sit for a while to get your ankle right, or you just like?
I finally got it right just because I wasn't playing well, so they were just like they just sat me. And then finally I got traded, and that was it. You know, and went back to Rio, and you know, we ended up winning championships, so I guess it worked out. But
Okay. So my brother played in D-League before too, and you know, people talk about it, how tough playing in the D-League is, because like at that time, like there was barely any money. The living circumstance was trash.
What was the max like money for D-League?
dude,
25,000.
sure.
I heard it's like 25,000
dude,
maximum.
my check was $1,200 USD.
Ah,
That's what I heard too. It was a lot of money
1,200
For a month.
for a month.
$1,200 USD a month.
Like
Listen.
basically, like if you're gonna choose D-League or G-League, it's basically it's just because of the hope that you can get back
Yeah,
to that.
right.
league,
That's-
right? Like you're not going there because it's like a dope league.
Yeah,
to play in.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, touch on like the living circumstance, the travel schedule. Like you're flying commercial
Flying.
all the time. There's no private.
Nope. All commercial. I mean, hotels that you're staying in are, you know, not the greatest. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
some guys have to share a room, stuff like that. And
Locker rooms are.
locker rooms are, you know, and luckily Rio was a pretty good organization, so like ours was better than most, but it was still, it's rough, man.
Yeah,
It's rough.
I've heard it's
It's a grind for sure. You gotta love basketball to be in the D-League.
Okay.
Taiwan.
So in 2016, you go to Thailand Mono Vampire for 5 years, so you can kind of call that your second home.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How come you chose Thailand?
They offered me a job, man. I was like, I've never heard of anything about Thailand basketball, so I was like, I need a job. Cool, like I'll try it out, and went there, and it's kind of weird at first, and was kind of trying to find my way, but ended up finding my way, and played with Jason Brickman, and we won a lot there together, so we just kept coming back, and yeah, it was a cool experience, and yeah, it helped me a lot, honestly.
When you first went there, it was just for the Thailand League?
Yeah. At first we were just playing in the Thailand League. And then my second year, they had got invited to go play in ABL. And so
Okay.
from then on we were playing in ABL and playing in the local.
Oh, so you're
all
playing
at the
two
same time.
leagues. I remember
So we
you
were
saying
playing
that before.
we were playing Saturday, Sunday in the local league, and then like having to play ABL like whatever day we played. So it was a lot of games.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, it
That's
was-
kind of, that reminds me of like what
it
we
was
were doing
rough.
with ES.
Oh yeah.
It's tough.
It was
tough.
rough, man. It was rough.
So like after your career in Thailand, like, how did you get the opportunity to come to Taiwan and play?
COVID.
COVID?
That year.
Oh yeah.
COVID killed my Thailand time.
ABL.
Yeah.
Which
ABL.
was
Oh, yeah.
Well, because
'Cause,
COVID killed
suspended.
ABL.
Right.
COVID
suspended.
killed, and then when COVID killed ABL, my Thailand team, our owner was just like, yeah, basketball's not going to make any money for a little while, so we're just not going to have a basketball team. Just literally destroyed the basketball team.
Oh.
No basketball team now at all.
But what happened to the league?
The league, they still have a league somewhat,
Oh, but it's not like before.
It's not like before.
Oh.
Their league is kind of like a tournaments,
Yeah, they
like
they've-
in 2-3 months, like
yeah,
Philippines.
They've kind of changed it into like tournament style.
Right.
But when I was there, it was like an actual league. So, yeah, man, COVID got me to Taiwan.
Nice.
Yeah.
How would you compare like the playing style compared like in Taiwan versus like Thailand, or even you played in Philippines and Japan and you played in Europe?
Taiwan, we play fast.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just much faster. There's not as many, for most teams, I feel like there's not as many like set calls and stuff. You're just kind of playing. Whereas when I was in Japan, they play fast too. But a lot of times in Japan, they kind of play structured too. Like, they kind of play their style. Philippines is really good basketball and they have good individual players. But as an import in the Philippines, it's basically like, we want you to just go get buckets. Like
It's kind of like China.
Yeah, like we
China,
don't,
like imports is like,
yeah, they're like, we don't
get
care.
buckets.
We just want you to go get 40 and hopefully we win the game. So
a lot
kinda
less structure.
Yeah, a lot less structure, and you're just kind of just out there playing too. And honestly, there's no real team thing. You're just kind of just trying to do your own thing because you know you want to make your money.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you're out and you're not playing.
Yeah.
But like you're sitting on the, you know, on the side and watching us because obviously we are not doing well right now. We are like ranked number 4. So like, what do you think like we can improve in order to, you know, to get back to the championship like contender? Because right now, you know, we suck.
Yeah, right now we suck.
What should like what can we do? Like, what do we see?
I think for us, like, our biggest thing is, like, this is the first time in a while, especially since I've been here, that we don't have, like, the consistency.
Yeah.
Like, even with our lineups and stuff, like, they're not consistent. You've been hurt for a good amount of time. You know, obviously I'm out, and we're having kind of this influx of just, you know, having to get new imports and find new players and stuff like that. And that's hard. That's hard to do, especially in Fubon system. Like, it's not like
For sure.
It's not like we just play
An import you can't just throw an import into the Fubon system.
It's not like we just play some simple style of basketball.
No.
Like there's you know there's stuff that goes into it. So I think there's that. So we just need the consistency. And I mean, obviously you're back and you'll help a lot. Beast being back will help too. But we just got to find some consistency. I think, you know, obviously the talent's there, but we got to play better. It's simple. Like, we just got to play better. We got to play more as a team and got to get back to playing our style of basketball. But that's kind of hard whenever you have new guys. So we got to get them up to speed fast.
Well, who would you think the finals matchup would be if it starts tomorrow?
Sheesh.
Hey, gotta ask that question.
Yeah, if it starts,
I
mean, if it starts tomorrow, I would think it's probably going to be Dreamers Kings.
Okay.
Obviously,
Obviously, they're first and second place, but
well, yeah, if you just go by that, but like, we have been hurt for.
Are you talking about? But I mean, like, if you're saying as a whole,
your
like,
pick,
as
your
far,
pick.
like that would be my pick. But also, like, if we're throwing in you guys right now and like your injuries and stuff like that,
This is gonna be tough.
I don't know. I mean, the Dreamers have probably been playing the best all year as a whole. But I would probably still say you guys. I just think you guys would figure it out.
okay.
Do you want to talk about the play that got you injured? Like,
Sure.
Do you think?
Let's hit on that. I've had a few weeks to calm down from that, so I won't be as animated and as hot.
Okay.
Going into that.
It might reinvigorate some
A little
stuff,
bit.
But
A little bit, but it won't be as.
So I still have not seen the play.
Yeah, don't.
We will put that play up though, like, in talking about it right now.
Make
but
sure you put a disclaimer.
like, obviously the ruling was just a normal foul. I'm not sure if they even reviewed it at the time. They didn't?
They didn't.
Like, do you think, like, at least it should have been reviewed, or was there possibility for further consequence?
I mean, what are you gonna do though? Like, what if they review it? What do they like? They give him a U foul or something like that. Like, so,
I mean,
like, I think like reviewing it is probably like there wouldn't have been anything done by that. We've been playing basketball for like a long time, so like we know, like, playing basketball, like there's kind of like unwritten code on things that you don't do. You know, like if somebody's going up for a dunk or something, like, you're not gonna undercut him because you're like, that's like an unwritten rule. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Because if you hit his leg, then he could get seriously injured.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm probably just gonna move out of his way. You know, I'm all about like playing hard and like diving for the ball. Like, I'm all about that. But like the fact that he had to dive through my leg to get the ball, I guess is where I have a big issue.
And you already had it.
And because I already had it. Like, it wasn't like we were
fumbling,
both. It wasn't like we were both going, like, it wasn't like we both diving on the ground and like we're both going for it and knock it out. It was like I had two hands on the ball, and I'm looking down at it like this, picking it up, and I see him just dive through here, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
I mean, yeah.
and you know, I've had my issues with him. I mean, there's you can go back a few years in the playoffs. I think there's a picture of me and him going face to face, and me and him getting into it. I think he's a good player, and I think he plays well. But I do think that sometimes there's a little bit of reckless stuff that happens, and whether or not it's intentional, I don't think it's intentional.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
But I do think that that's something like that's just an unwritten code. Like I would never do it.
Did he like ever like text you and
Nothing,
say
bro.
That's the question I was gonna ask.
Come on,
Nothing,
come on,
bro.
y'all.
And
That's messed up.
and I think that is kind of what pisses me off more.
Yeah.
Is because you did something that, like, granted, like, luckily it wasn't anything, like, it wasn't my knee or anything, like, crazy. But, like, he could have ended my career.
Yeah.
Like, easy. And so when you do something like that, like, I feel like you gotta owe that guy an apology. Now, whether it's on Instagram, it doesn't gotta be face to face or anything. Like, but it could have been like
check up.
Yeah. And honestly, we have the same agent.
Gosh.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
So there's no like. So I mean, like, if you really wanted to reach out
Shit.
and reached out to me, like, you could have easily reached out to me and just been like,
Or you can just ask your agent to say, tell. Like,
yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
No, that would not have been cool either. You
I
just
mean,
gotta-
at least, if you don't want to tell like Mike, like, in person or text, you can just like, tell him like, do you
Have the agent to do the work.
Yeah. And I think, like, in my mind, like, yeah, the play I think was, whatever you want to say, like, I didn't like it, but the fact that he didn't like reach out and say anything and like be like, yo, bro, like, you okay?
Like, my
like
bad.
I didn't mean to do that, like, my bad. Like, I don't rock with that because I think that's just.
Don't worry, we're gonna have your number right here. And if you're watching this, please reach out.
I just
Say sorry.
No, because actually,
it's over with now, bro. Like, it's over with now, bro. Like, we good.
Well, actually,
but I think that also goes to, like, you got to protect players too,
For sure.
right? Like, you can't just let stuff like that happen because
sure.
super serious injuries can happen from that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, refs also have to do a job of containing
Yeah.
the recklessness.
Yeah.
Because if you just keep letting that stuff happen,
Yeah.
then, like, it's like, okay, well, hey, shoot, I didn't get nothing
Yeah.
for it, right? So I'm gonna just do it again.
Yeah. I think, I mean, like you said, I think obviously we play, like, referees have a huge impact, especially like on the game. So, like, the more like reckless stuff that you kind of let some of these guys get away with, the more it just amplifies
Right.
everything else going into it, because now I'm pissed off because I'm getting elbowed in the face.
Mm.
And then it's like, I'm not a dirty player, but,
Like,
then
if
it
you
makes
get-
me want to be like, next time I see him, if he's coming down the lane, I'm going to bump him. Like, and it's not like, it's not going to be something just like
yeah.
like I'm
A
really
little
gonna
check.
win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So-
you're allowing, because
'Cause
first of all,
you've
you're allowing
allowed
it, and it's happening to me,
Right,
like,
exactly.
multiple times.
So
yeah.
that's why I think it's, I think they got to do a better job of that.
So what was like on your mind when that actually happened? Because when something bad happened,
Yeah.
right that moment you know.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, like, I felt pain, but I didn't. But it almost, to me, just felt like I like really rolled my ankle, like, really bad.
Did you hear anything?
Didn't hear anything pop or anything like that, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. But when I got over to the bench and I figured out, like, I couldn't really
Walk and stuff.
walk, I was like, shit. All right, this is kind of a big deal. But yeah, man, that's it is what it is, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
That also brings me to the
Let's
last
do
time
it.
you played us.
Let's do it.
And we'll put this on the YouTube too. You had an altercation with my brother.
Yeah.
How did that happen? And, like, how would you describe you guys, I guess, trying to talk it out?
Jeremy, I love you, brother. No ill will. I know you know. I think for me, I think it was just a build-up, and it wasn't him necessarily. I think it was a build-up because if you've seen me for years in the P-league, I feel like they let a lot of stuff go for, like, against me
Because of how big you
because
are.
of how big I am. And I've had a ref tell me, like, you're too strong, so you're not going to get that call.
What?
And I hadn't, and
Oh.
I really think it was the game before we played you guys like that week earlier that had been said to me, and I was like, yo, what?
That doesn't make any
I
sense.
was like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So I think it was some of that, and I think, you know, obviously us when we play you guys, it's like we're battling, right? So I think Jeremy was trying to box me out or trying to just, you know, be physical with me, and I kind of got just a little fed up with it, and it wasn't on him. Like I said, it wasn't on him, but my frustration was just like, yo, I'm tired of people, you know, bumping me and hitting me, so kind of took it on him. We talked it out. He told me, you know.
Well, I was right there.
Joe's over here like, hey man, like calm down.
And I'm like, yo, calm down. He's just trying to talk to, because you weren't even like letting a conversation happen.
I was hot, bro.
So I was like, hold on. Well, first of all, I know both of these dudes really well.
Yeah, I was hot.
So I'm like, Mike, just talk to him.
I know I was hot though, but I wasn't trying to, like, I was just,
No,
I was just in a mood, man, where I was just like, I don't want to hear nothing. And but like I said, Jeremy, all good, brother. Love you, man. But yeah, no ill will. We're, you know, I rock with him, man. He's your brother, so you know he's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, I know both of y'all are both not dirty, so
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
I
I'm
think
like,
that's
this
just
is
too-
definitely, you guys can definitely just.
I think there's
talk
just
this out.
there's two guys like just competing, man. So like it wasn't, you know, I wasn't trying to throw a dirty shot at him or anything like that. I just, you know, I think it was just a buildup of everything else, and he kind of unfortunately got the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you your NBA top 5 of all
Yikes.
time.
Yikes! Do I have to go like by position, like, or does it matter? Or do you want to just
try
like,
to.
try to
Try
okay.
to.
Oh, that's easy.
Because I think when we've done it, we've all done by position.
Okay, that's easy. Magic. It's gonna be my point guard.
Ooh, Magic.
Old school.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Can't go.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay, who's your 2 guard?
My 2 guard. Right now I'm feeling Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
A
take
lot of
that.
people picking Cobra.
I like Kobe.
Okay.
Small forward. Greatest player ever.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
If I could just pick one team of just 1 through 5 LeBron Jameses, I would
All LeBron James.
all LeBron James. I think we'd beat everybody.
We got like
But,
2 biggest LeBron James fan right here.
all right. My 4. I'll say Tim Duncan.
Okay.
I like Timmy D. I think, you know, fundamental.
You got the skills.
Yeah.
That was the
Good
position
work.
that I struggled with
4
the
is
most.
tough, man,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of 4s.
I felt like there wasn't one like GOAT power forward.
I think a lot of people think Tim Duncan's a center.
Hmm.
And like, okay, if you say he's a center, okay. But I think Tim Duncan's probably the greatest power forward. Maybe KG.
Right.
Dirk?
It was okay, G.
Dirk might be in there too. So like I can respect all those. But I would go with Tim Duncan. And then my 5, yikes. Shaq. Yeah.
Okay.
It's no brainer.
Yeah, dominance, man.
Must
Shaq.
dominate.
I don't know. He got me thinking. I watch basketball now, so I'm thinking about Jokic. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Or Embiid now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Those guys are too good.
Shaq was crazy.
But Shaq
though.
was crazy.
Like that was crazy. Okay, so I guess that answers who's your go and why.
Oh yeah. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, we'll take the why.
I think he plays the game the right way. And I think honestly, like for me, it's preference because I feel like I don't want to say I'm LeBron James because I don't play like him. But obviously, he's much more athletic. He's bigger, stronger, faster. Everything. Like, let's go ahead and go down the list, right? But I think he plays the game the right way. He makes his teammates better. He tries to make the right play every time. And for him to be a superstar, like, that's actually really, like, I respect that a lot because no offense to, like, Kobe or Michael Jordan or, like, any of these guys, they just were bucket getters. And so they weren't necessarily, they didn't really care about, necessarily making
Teammates better.
teammates that much better, and if they had to pass to him, especially on a game-winning shot, it's like a last resort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I like Bron, and I like the way he plays, and I think he's a great role model for how to play good basketball.
It's a great answer. Last thing I would want to ask is more about your I guess, Taiwan career, but you guys back-to-back champion. You were back-to-back final MVP.
Yeah.
Like, how would you say your whole Taiwan basketball experience and living in Taiwan? Because now Taiwan is your second home.
Yeah.
So how would you describe just everything?
I love it. I think it's been awesome for me to like come here. It's definitely been, on my list of like the best places I've ever played. I've gotten to have like really good relationships, really good friends, obviously with you guys and stuff like that, really good teammates and all that. And we've been successful. So I'm grateful for it. But also there's a part of me, especially being injured now, that we're like, I want more.
Mm-hmm.
You are more than just an assistant coach.
Like, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Assistant coach?
They hit me with the assistant coach title.
Yeah.
Next thing I'm gonna
Just
have
a title.
Next thing I'm gonna have a shirt that says coach on the back.
Did you get to participate the coach meeting?
No, I don't get to do that. I'm not.
Not yet.
That's not above my. That's
Come on
above my
now.
pay grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, I think we've had a lot of success, but like, I want more still.
You need that, though, especially when you
still
win.
want
Like,
that.
when you've won so much, like, you need other things
Yeah.
to motivate you.
For sure.
So, like, I think this is, a...
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna come back with a freaking vengeance, so it'll be fun. But also, like, I think I love Taiwan, and I want to, I just want to, I want to be here as long as I possibly can. And obviously, I'm getting older, but
35?
35, man.
Shit, it's my age.
35, brother. 35. But I just feel like I still got a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely got a couple more years
Still
to
got a lot
go.
more years to do. So.
Have you heard of like a emerge next year, like 2 league?
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit about it.
Yeah.
All of it, obviously hearsay, but I think if they do it, like, I think, if they take the best teams from both leagues, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
You get more teams.
More competitive.
It's a little bit more competitive. I think what makes a P-league hard is, like, we play each other, like,
Too many times.
8 times.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you kind of have these games where it's like, jeez, I got to see Joe again. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dang, I got to see this guy again. So,
Yeah.
but if they do that, man, that'll be awesome. I think it'll be great for Taiwan if they do it.
Yeah.
But I just hope that they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. Do it
Mhm.
right. If you're gonna
Yeah.
do it right.
Yeah. When do you think you'll retire? Like, when do you hope to play until?
I don't want to put a number. Honestly, I didn't even think I'd be playing now. I thought early on, I thought I would have been done by, I thought like early 30s, you're done. So, other than like the injury that I've had, like my body feels great. So like I'll play as I think like my biggest thing is I'll play until I feel like I'm not at my level anymore. When I feel like my play as far as like everything else is diminishing, I can't be like this guy that just kind of like, you're like a shell of himself.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that.
And just hold on.
Yeah, like you're just holding on just because you love the game. Like, nah, I can't do that.
Okay.
Like when I can't be as effective as I normally am, then it's time to call it quits. But I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Okay.
Who do you? One more.
Okay.
Who is your toughest? Okay, we'll do 2. Who's
Yeah.
your toughest matchup in the P-league?
Okay.
And who's would you say is the toughest team to play against?
Toughest matchup is Kenny. I think that's pretty easy.
I would say he's been the only one
Yeah, he is the
who
only
can slow you,
He's the
who's
only
been
one.
able to slow
He's the
you
only
down.
one.
And actually, like when I got traded to the Kings, I was like,
We need to go get this.
we
guy.
need Kenny
Yeah, of course you do.
for Mike.
Yeah. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think he's the only one, man. He's a great defender. He's strong, fast. He makes it tough on me, so he's been the one that's made it the toughest for me, obviously. And then who do I enjoy playing against the most? I mean, I like playing against you guys, but I really love playing against the Dreamers of Lightning.
Yeah, I know we've had this
Like
conversation.
there is something about playing those two teams
Away.
especially away. Like I don't want to play them at home. I want to play them away. Like there's something about it that I'm like, I can't wait to go into your gym and see you guys.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
love that. And then Jet kind of gets me amped up, especially one of the Dreamers. I'm like, yeah, we're on it tonight. So yeah, I think those two teams, man, I love playing against those two teams. They bring out a different animal.
Yeah,
I feel like.
you come in there with a little
Come in there with a little
extra
bit,
ish on the
little
shoulder.
bit of extra, yeah, I definitely got a little bit of extra stuff on my shoulder when I walk into those buildings.
Yeah.
After like Kyle Julia is gone, I'm kind of like lost the spark.
Yeah, you kind of toned it down a little bit.
You're saying against Dreamers.
Yeah.
Because Kyle Julia, was the one talking shit on the sideline,
Yeah,
and that fired me up.
Yeah, you
I'm
toned
kind
it
of
down.
lost bar because I was like, oh.
Maybe we need to get him back over there. Put him on the sideline over there.
Right now, the
That new coach is
he seems nice.
having
He
them
seems
play
like a nice
different
guy.
right now.
Dude, he's got them playing really well.
The defense
Yeah.
is different.
Maybe I'll try to see if I can have a cutout of Kyle Julius and put it over there next time we go play. And put it on the sideline. Maybe we'll see if I can amp you up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Well, appreciate
you
it.
guys, man.
That
Appreciate
was,
you guys having me, man. Y'all are.
Thanks, Mike.
That
y'all
was
are
a
y'all are the real deal, man.
very full episode. Thank you, Mike, for coming on the show. We'll see you guys next week.
Sorry.
See ya.
So yeah.